Nice to meet you.
I'm Jay Park. I'm the host of Lotte EXPO.
Okay.
Where from?
I'm from California, United States.
Great. What do you think?
Tony.
Oh, Tony, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Is this your first time in Korea?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you have a minute to discuss this time here. It actually was snowed a lot yesterday. Did you have any difficulty to come here?
No, no, sir. Thank
Oh,
you.
nice. Why don't you have a sit?
Oh,
Our
okay, thank
cookies
you.
will take a while. So. Alright. Thank you very much for stopping by our booth today. So let me start our introduction. Let me start our presentation today. By the way, before we start, do you like soccer?
Sure.
What is your favorite team?
Yeah, let me prefer a team.
Okay. And have you heard of any floating stadium?
No.
Yeah. Then just imagine if your favorite team gonna have a game on a floating stadium, and you can enjoy that game on a floating island, floating stadium. How would that be? How fantastic! Yeah. Let me tell the story. Let's talk about that story. Yeah. Here's the contents of our presentation today. So we're gonna talk about Lotte Group first, and then we're gonna talk about Lotte ENC, and lastly the floating stadium. But our major project will finally talk about it. So I want you to introduce Alan. Alan is vice president of our company. So we'll start to talk about Lotte Group. Alan.
Okay, thank you, Jay. And good afternoon, Tony.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. And I'm Alan Lee, and the Vice President of Lotte Engineering and Construction. So I'm very grateful for you to come here, even though it took quite a long time from America. Yeah. Okay, so I would like to start with the introduction of Lotte Group. Yeah, so Lotte Group is the fifth ranking conglomerate in South Korea. Has 123 affiliate companies in various sectors, such as retail, tourism, and finance, and food and beverage, and etc. So, and the next one is, yeah. The turnover and income of Lotte Group has increased annually over the past 5 years. The next one is, yeah. The turnover of Lotte ENC exceeded over $3 billion in 2008. We will hopefully achieve $4 billion this year. And there is Lotte Chemical, which is one of Lotte Group subsidiaries. And Lotte Chemical makes petrochemical products in the plant. Lotte Chemical grew steeply to over $5 billion in 2009. And it is still increasing now. So the next one is, yeah. Let's move into the introduction and history of Lotte ENC. So this is our CEO of Lotte ENC, Brandon Kim. And actually he's a Korean, and he was born in Dubai. So he knows a lot of Middle East and Asian culture. Yeah. Have you heard about Pyongyang Construction Company in Korea?
No.
No. Yeah. Pyongyang Construction Company, which was the former name of Lotte ENC, was established in 1952, right in the middle of the Korean War. In 1978, Lotte Group acquired Pyeongha Construction Company, and with the financial support of Lotte Group, Lotte ENC joined a lot of group projects and started participating in large scale and domestic and international projects. So we got about 3,000 employees, and our credit rating is A2+, which means the capacity of timely payment is very strong. And we are renowned for our financial stability. And there are some major shareholders of Lotte ENC. The main shareholder is Lotte Hotel, which has got 38.2%. Okay, move to the next one. Yeah. There are 6 main divisions of Lotte ENC, such as civil works, building works, plant works, housing works, overseas business, and construction management. And there are also 8 different staff management. These are organization charts. We have a vision for 2018. It is Asia Top 10 Construction Value Creator. And a slogan is Think New, Go Global. So, and then core values to achieve a vision for 2018: customer focus, responsibility, passion, and technical excellence. So this is our vision for 2018. Yeah, we have some overseas branches, especially in the Middle East Asia and the Asia. One day we will find new market in North and South America. So, thanks for listening. The introduction of Lotte Group and Lotte ENC. So, do you have any questions?
How about if I ask questions at the end altogether?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And I would like to introduce Jason. He is our COO, and he will tell you about our current project of Lotte ENC. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Tony.
Thank you.
My name is Jason, CEO of Lotte ENC. I'm going to tell you about Lotte ENC's business area. We have 6 divisions: housing, architecture, civil, overseas business, and plant works division. I would like to focus on plant works division. Comparing the annual turnover composition between 2006 and 2011, you can see the plant division is growing from 40% to 19%. It means our plant division is growing and is kind of a core business in our Lotte ENC. Petrochemical power plant, industrial. Lotte ENC has extensive experience in plant construction. Now I will show our projects. This is Al Katrana IPP project in Jordan. This project was completed in 2012 and it produced 400 megawatts. Jordan IPP3 power project is under construction now and to be completed in 2014. And this one produces 600 megawatts. and this plant is to be the largest scale diesel power plant in the world. Funan Petrochemical P2 project in Korea. It was completed already in 2012. It produces 250,000 tons of polyethylene, 200,000 tons of polypropylene. Hyundai Steel coke and coke oven gas treatment plant was completed in 2012, and we produced 3.138 million tons of coke. As you can see, we are building a lot of plants, and we have confidence in the project. Now, I would like to introduce you to Eric. He's a managing director. He will tell you about the future project.
Good afternoon. My name is Eric. I'm managing director of Lotte Construction. As you heard, we built a lot of power plants over the world. Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah. So I'd like to introduce our new project, which is called mobile power plants. Okay, so just have a look. Picture. Actually, it's night views of the Earth. Is it clear? Not really. Let's see another one. Is it clear?
A little better.
Beautiful, isn't it? And what's the difference? I would say it's illuminated. Yeah. That's what we are doing. Make electricity, which our lives much better. But then, but at first I would like to say about our market status. As you know, nowadays it's slowly going down. So that's why we need to create new market with new technology. Yeah. So well, okay. Let's see these pictures again. Yeah, as you see, only 25% of countries has got electricity. It means that the other part, 75% of the earth, which doesn't have electricity, could be our new market. So I want to focus on our new market with new technology, as I mentioned. But how? So let's have a look at this picture. Yeah, as you heard, we build a lot of plants over the world on the land. It means we have much experience than other competitors, and we are good at making a power plant. But it's not our new way to extend our new market. So I'm going to show one picture again. Yeah, we imagine like this. I mean, as you see the whole world, or other parts which doesn't have electricity, surrounded by the sea. So with our experience, we build new power plant. Not on the land like this. We are going to build our new power plant on a ship. Then deliver to other countries with entertainment. That's what we are going to do. So for further detail, I would like to introduce our engineer, Jin and Terry.
Thank you, Eric. Nice to meet you, Tony. My name is Jason. I am first engineer, and I would like to
introduce some details more our future project. As Alex said before, we will manufacture a mobile power plant and deliver it to wherever our customer needs. Before I start, who is our customer for mobile power plant? Anyone or any country who need temporary power for some event or some area which need electricity urgently, but they don't have enough time for building power plant. So we will try to build power plant on the ship because we will use the ship to deliver our power plant to our customer. And we put some more things like entertaining facilities on the ship. We focus on this project to World Cup. World Cup World Cup are held every 4 years in the world. Any country which hold World Cup, they need lots of power at that time, but they don't need power and other facility like stadium after World Cup finish. So we build World Cup stadium with power plant and we also build hotel as well. Let me introduce our project name, Power Enterprise. Lotte ENC, we have strong advantage of power enterprise. First advantage is World Cup Stadium. We already built World Cup Stadium in Japan. It is Narita World Cup Stadium. 45,000 people can enter here, and it has wonderful appearance. So the Japanese call it Big Swan. Second advantage is hotel. Lotte built and operates luxury hotels in Korea. The Lotte Hotel is the most luxury hotel in Korea, and our service very excellent. Service is excellent. So we can offer our excellent service system as an option. And third advantage is power plant. We also built a lot of power plant in the world with fantastic performance. This is based on the cruise concept, and other facilities will be built on the ship. The power enterprise will be a mega trend in the power plant market soon. The details of power plant will be introduced by my colleague, my co-worker, Tariq. Tariq, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Tony.
Thank you.
Let me introduce myself. I am Tariq. I am project engineer. First of all, thank you for your time. I would like to tell about our power plant on the ship. I divided my part into 3 sections. First of all, I would like to tell about the total capacity of our power plant. After that, I would like to describe the process of generating electricity and describe how to transmit the generated electricity to public government or another country. And finally, I would like to tell a bit about advantages of our power plant. Okay, first, our power plant will consist of 2 sets of combustion turbine generators like this, which have a capacity of 200 megawatts. 200 megawatt, and the relevant facilities in here with a total capacity of 400 megawatts. Furthermore, we have also pure gas treatment systems and water treatment systems, or etc., to operate our power plant properly, are included in our ship. So now I would like to explain about the process of our power plant. This is a simple figure about a simple cycle power plant. So our power plant is a simple cycle. For simple cycle operation, the filtered air is compressed in the air compressor. The natural gas, which are supplied from LNG storage tanks or public LNG lines, is burnt into the combustion chamber in the presence of compressed air, which drives turbine. The shaft of turbine connected to generator. The turning of generator produces electricity. During operation, during generation, the exhaust gas are emitted from the turbine, and exhaust gas is utilized by boiling water, which is used in the hotel and ship. Okay, now I would like to tell about advantage of our power plant. We wouldn't have to rent any land to construct, and easy access to scarcity area. And it starts up quickly, driving electricity online whenever you need it. That's why the simple cycle power plants are often used as standby services or peak loads. To some end, our power plant total capacity is 400 megawatts, and simple cycle operation, no need to rent any land, and easy access to scarcity area. This is our advantages. So my short technical briefing has been helpful in deciding whether to invest in our new project. Okay. So now let me introduce you to David. He is the CFO in our company. He will tell about finance feasibility study. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Nice to meet you, Tony. It was a pleasure. My name is David. I'm the CFO of Lotte EMC. I would like to talk about the financial feasibility in this project. We have already finished feasibility study, and conclusively, we find the price of power plant entrepreneur has great competitive price. As you can see in this graph, the total investment cost is $540 million. Going into details, power plant cost $300 million, and stadium cost $100 million, and the ship cost $140 million. That is, the total cost are $540 million. Let's look at the annual sales and cost. If you invest in this project, that means if you buy one power plant enterprise, you earn $74 million in annual profit, average for 30 years. We assume the durability of life 30 years, but you can operate more than 30 years with regular repair. And next, I would like to show you the payback period. If you invest in this project, the annual profit $72 million in annually. The total investment cost $540 million. This is accumulated earnings, and if you invest in this project, you can derive investment cost within 12 years. That is to say, the payback period is 12 years. I think it's so fantastic. I'm so happy to introduce this project. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you.
I would like to introduce you to Brandon as the CEO of our company. He will discuss the contract in detail. This is Brandon.
Hi, Brendan. Nice to meet you today. My name is Brandon Kim, CEO. And so, first of all, I really appreciate your interest in our project and company. So, I would like to ask you whether you have any intention to invest our company or our project.
Well, there are some unanswered questions, so let me ask some questions and then maybe we can think
Okay,
about
our
it.
steps will
Shall we?
happen. Yeah, why don't we sitting down here and
Yes,
discuss
thank
about
you,
numbers
please.
and, yeah. Before we start discuss the numbers, so what do you want to know more about our
Well, there are several things about the group and the ENC. One of the things is that during the presentation, I think the first person, Alan, Alan was mentioning about the income of the group. And for the past about 3 years, there has been much of an income. It was about the same. So is for the ENC. Since the year 2008, your turnover rate has not been changed that much.
Right.
There has been some serious reasons why your company is not performing.
Because our main product is housing, like apartment in Korea. But as you may know, because of the New York financial crisis and the the real estate market in Korea, yeah, they have some recessions. Because people in Korea, nowadays they want reasonable price and just compactable and practical size of apartment. And then they mostly one single income family is usual in Korea. So that's why, yeah, it's like quite difficult to have more income, especially in Lotte ENC.
Well, and then there was another part where you guys were mentioning about the business shares of your company, and you say, yes, of course, it said the housing was about 38%, but the growing part was the plant building business.
Right.
Well, it has not been performing for all these years? Not been added on to that income?
Actually, I hope it's getting better and better nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was one of the questions. And another thing is, I've noticed that most of the year shareholders are by other Lotte groups, which is quite unstable for that, because if what the Lotte group mismanages money, then it's going to affect the one solid shareholder quite deep. What kind of backups do you have for this to ensure my investment?
Actually, this business is basically transfer the ownership of that project. So we are getting some insurance for the project, and maybe you are not investor. Our company you just invest to our project to watch so?
Well, so what I mean is, so my investment in your company will not only stay with your company because your investors are the major Lotte groups. So my money could also flow into their groups, you know, if they have a financial crisis. And, you know, I mean, let's just say, for example, you know, the Lotte Tower that you're building, you know, and it's not doing so good, you know.
I totally
So
agree.
for maintenance and money, the Lotte Construction has to put money into it. I don't know if that's going to be really a plus side of my investment and when it actually shows for the investment parts.
Tony?
Also, yes, sir.
Your investment is divided perfectly in our goal. You invest this project, that is to say, you buy one power plant ship.
Well, that's another thing about the project too.
I totally agree.
We were talking about floating city. Well, it's very beautiful. I understand about floating city, but right now, as you notice that, how is this floating city going to be operated using fossil fuel? Obviously, you know, these days, people are not happy with the dirtying their waters with that big ship floating around, and you know, and how are you going to deal with the environmentalists and actually, you know, that was one of my biggest concern was about the green business here. I know that you guys are, you know, having that areas of the alternative energy you were saying about to show me the windmills and stuff. So how much does the Lotte ENC is investing on research and development in the areas of alternative energy and changing into that? How quickly we can change into that?
Actually, we are not first developer about that kind of project.
I've heard from other construction companies too in a very similar
Major companies
senses.
already studied about, especially effect on the environmental issues. So even we say this is a floating battleship, floating power plant ship, normally we want to just fix some harbor during the certain times, such as if that ship provides electricity to the Qatar, especially for the period of World Cup, it'll be fixed for 2 or 3 years. Then we will move to some underwear. So we're not quite floating power plant. So we want to minimize the risk to affect on the environment. So,
Well, why only one sport? I mean, why couldn't you have Olympics there? I mean, you know, just the soccer game alone in the one stadium is not going to generate that much money.
so
I mean, why couldn't it be the, you know, I mean, really the Olympics?
Yeah, once we have a stadium, we can do everything. We can also have a performance.
I'm not really sure if that is going to be the true, you know, like I said.
Actually, it's multi-complex stadium, but I mean, Qatar World Cup is coming soon. That's,
Mhm.
So that's where we are really focus on that. I mean, that event. That's why.
Okay.
and kind of portfolio risk management. Once we start with the soccer field, it goes very successful, so we can develop the stadium area to the other proposed for other sports like that.
Sure. The profit return, 12 years.
Profit return, yeah.
And David, thank you. And you said it was very good, you know, promising. But 12 years investment in something that is really not sure. It's a very long time to wait, isn't it? And how much percent of investment are you looking for right now?
We want the total investment.
A total commitment of 100% investment?
Yes, because this is some kind of a turnkey system. Okay. You invest.
So, after you build it, you're going to give it to me?
We can connect the other company.
Well, I mean, if you say turnkey operation,
Yeah,
that's
turnkey is-
in mind.
yeah.
So how much is the total project anyway? Because nobody mentioned any money, right? Not yet, yeah? It's coming now, right?
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
I'm very I hear that.
Yeah.
All right. Another thing. With the ENC, I know that your market still is quite limited right now to Southeast Asia and some of the European countries. Why haven't you done any business in Africa and North and South Americas yet? It's just an ongoing project that you have not been successful with?
Yeah. Sometimes we have tried to award some project from the African market or also Asian market. it's not easy to get the project, and even the countries are unstable, especially in Africa, so we couldn't assure the government guarantee, because without any guarantee, we cannot give a mega investment to the kind of countries. So we are still looking around the world and which kind of project can be profitable to us and stable.
Yeah.
Especially in housing market. We need, if we wanna have lots of apartment or some condos and resorts in South America and Europe, maybe we need to study more and more the government policy and the trend market of their country. At least 2 years, maybe 3 years. Yeah, we have
Well,
difficulty
Americans don't want apartments, you know, we
Right,
want
right,
homes.
right,
We've got lots of land, you know, why do we
Right,
want to live next to each other?
right.
So, okay. So, you know, my concern was that because of the limited market, you know, there are also questions about, you know, the company's capability and global standard in a ways.
Now we
You
are
know,
thinking
really
about
does.
extending kind of maintenance, maybe that kind of business.
Okay, why don't we talk numbers now, please?
Let's talk about the slides. So as our CFO had mentioned, maybe initial investment will be the $540 million. So if it's a big number, you can share your ownership with the other investors. But I recommend you, if you have money, so if you can be a sole owner for this power plant ship, maybe we will solve the extra operation things or some things. And this is kind of fixed price, so you don't need to invest more money or additional expenses costs. So gradually you can get your profit annually $74 million, so your investment will be fully recovered within 12 years. So maybe you can think this is a very big number, but it's a stable profit trend, so you can fully recover it within 12 years. Even you can annually get your profit $74 million per
From
year.
the very beginning of the investment, I
Right,
could receive back.
right.
So the return on investment starts from the very beginning of the project,
Very beginning of the project.
and I will have my complete money back within 12 years. That's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's pretty good project. Even
How are you going to generate that income? How are you going to generate that money for you're giving to me from I started with a project?
Yeah.
Without,
basically our profit cow, I can say cash cow will be the power plant. So we estimate the sales will be the $212 million per year, and generally costs including the fuel, so it'll be $138 million. And about the ship and stadium, the sales will be $61 million, but costs will be total $61 million. So I think it's just operating stadium can cover the operating ship and stadium. So maybe only the power plant will be our cash cow. So
well, but now it doesn't make any sense. No, for this project to actually from launch to completing construction of this, how long would it take? The construction period total.
our estimated construction period will be 2 years. Normally,
2 years?
Yeah, shipping building will be 1 year, plus we will installing the power plant and stadium. It'll be another 1 year, so we estimate 2 years for constructing.
Wow. Korea time is very good. Huh?
Yeah, we had experience, so I guarantee that.
Actually, we finished
Completion
late
date.
design, so yeah, you don't need to worry about too much period of construction.
Well, you know, I mean, but still, time is money, and
Right.
I don't think.
Right.
So actually, what you're meaning is that after the complete of the construction, I'll probably start generating income.
Right, definitely.
So I have to wait 2 years anyway.
Right.
Now, what about you late than 2 years? There's definitely penalty parts. And
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, we can talk about the
All right,
liquidated
all right.
damage, about the delayed
I
completion
just
date.
wanted to make sure the numbers are clear here.
Yeah. And so, generally,
Yeah, I noticed that there's a hotel in front parts, right?
yeah,
There's a hotel. how many people could this hotel can hold? And I want to know is, you know, how much
Right.
person can actually stay in this floating city versus how many people that I need to operate this city? What would the numbers share here?
There's a 300 rooms there, so
300 rooms. And the stadium can hold how many people in the stadium?
45,000.
5,000?
45.
45,000.
Yeah.
And to operate the whole city, how many, you know, people do we looking at?
for operation.
Yeah, to operate this.
Around 100.
Just for hotel,
Yeah.
power plant.
Power plant, I would say 20.
20.
Yeah.
And stadium,
Maybe 150.
170 to 180 people, you say,
Right,
to operate it?
right.
45 plus 3, 48,000 people. More or less about 50,000 people you can have it all together. About 10%. Okay.
So, do you agree with the general concept about this investment?
I'm on, you know, it'd be all right.
Okay, mostly we agree with the general concept, so can you go over the draft contract?
Sure.
So, here's your name,
Mm.
so. could you
Let
do
me
that?
hear the rest of the part before I
Okay, so-
be sure.
The basically purchase agreement to seller shall show the proposed ship products set forth in Article 2 and buyer shall buy the product in amount of the price set forth in Article 3 to pay to seller. So about product specification, generally ship size will be 350 meter by 100 meter and power plant single site power plant. The performance capacity will be 400 megawatts. The fuel will be natural gas. And the stadium size will be 200 meter by 90 meters. It's suitable for international soccer game. Maybe it can be suitable for tennis game, such as Wimbledon's. And about the hotel, yeah, it's printed here. So it will be 300 rooms. And this is our product specification. Then about the price. It's a fixed price. You only need to initially invest $540 million. That's all you need to do. And the payment schedule will be the 10% of price within 30 days after signing. Then we can initiate our shipbuilding and constructing the other parts. And 85% of price, it will be upon transfer of ownership. It will take 2 years, so you don't need to worry about your big money. So maybe we can make a financing from our commercial bank as a loan. So 5% of the price is kind of retention money. After warranty period, you need to pay to us. So you can keep the 5% during the warranty period.
Is there an extension on warranties for
Yeah.
additional charge?
Yeah, if we make any defect, your warranty will be automatically extended. And generally, we are suggest you 1 year for stadium, it's just normal construction part, and 2 years for ship and plants. This is normal industrial practice.
How long would it take actually for me to, after 2 years, for you to go and you said turnkey project, so for me to get train our people and everything else, and for us to take over the, you know, operation?
We need to further discussion about how we manage or maintenance this part. So maybe you can directly contract to your operator, managers or operator company, or we can be kind of agents or main contractor with you, and we mainly control the other operators.
Well, but obviously, you know, you need to, you know, provide a training program,
Right.
you know, for power plants and for hotels and everything else too,
Yeah.
so.
So we can put more things here, but, okay.
Okay.
somewhere. Yeah.
$54 billion. Should my pocket change.
So, Cheryl, if you're okay, so can you have a sign up?
Well, should I put this big X on it right now and then we can talk more, you know?
Okay, just, yeah. Now we can, yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
There you go, sir.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Good doing business. Wow. Floating city.